So Lilith's clutch is in the incubator. And Lilith is the short-tailed python that I've had the longest. And she just had her post-lay shed, but you can see she's still pretty thin. She's eaten, I don't know, 2 or 3 times now at least. Probably 3 times since she laid. This is the first time she's been outside in a while. You know, just with breeding and winter and all that stuff. So I haven't got pictures of her in a while. I wanted to take a few. She's, I've had her since 2011. So she is 11 years old. And the clutch that's in the incubator, is that her second or third clutch? That would be her third. It's her third clutch. Her first clutch, she was 6 years old, which was 2017. Then she had a clutch in 2020 and now 2022. And then obviously she'll have this next season off. And then we'll see about doing a clutch with her in 2024. What's up, Ma? Come here. Yeah, it's me. Are you too cool? Periscope for everybody. She's a good girl though. But yeah, I definitely need to get some weight on her. She put everything into those eggs. She gave me 18 this year, which was her biggest clutch. 1 went bad during incubation. 17 are still incubating now. And those are due to hatch around the middle of August. So about 3 weeks from now, give or take. So very, very excited to see what comes of that. Bred her, or Atlas, back to her, trying to kind of accent some of the darker gray color that she has in here, you can see. So that's the goal with this pairing. He's got the real nice gray strips going down because he's sideswipe. So I want to hopefully get some of that real slate blue, dark gray kind of sideswipe stuff going. And that's the goal of that pairing. She's gotten darker as she's gotten older. This used to be much, much lighter gray, and also, like most short tails, she fires up and down different times of the year, and different times of day, mood-wise, all that kind of stuff. But just a really, really cool animal. What are you doing? Did the grass touch your face? Here, here. Come on. Come on. Come on. You just gotta be too cool. You're gonna act like you're gonna, no. It's cool, Lilith, it's cool. You used to be tight and then you got older and now you think you're awesome. Yeah, it's the grass there, killer. What are you rubbing for? You got a stuck eye cap or something? Doesn't look like it. Here, that's your head, come here. Come here, come on. I know, I want to see the other side of your face. Come here. You're so stubborn. Let me look. No, you don't. But definitely one of my favorite animals, personality-wise. You know, hasn't been outside in a while, so she's not quite herself. Normally she's a little bit more social. She's still a very independent animal, so it's very normal for her to be like, hey, I'm gonna go do my own thing. But usually she's a little bit more into getting her chin scratched and hanging out and then wandering off. But I love how dark she looks right now. Stinks how skinny she is, but now you can get an idea of what a skinny short tail looks like, and how most that you see are just good weight that everybody thinks are overweight. And a lot of people do keep their snakes overweight, but you can see a lot more spine definition, kind of uniform throughout her body. That'll go away probably in another 3 months or so. What happens to them is after they have eggs, they'll eat 3 or 4 times. They'll look really good, almost like, wow, they could go again. Then they'll have a big poop and shed, clean themselves basically completely out, and then is when they start packing on the weight. So right now that she's had that shed, the meals she eats from here is when she'll start to pack on weight and actually look good again. But it'll take a few months for her to do that. And you don't have to give them any excessive amount of food, just a normal feeding regimen will do that. So, you know, she can eat every, you know, 10 to 14 days right now, and then slow it down to, you know, every other week, every 3 weeks, once she gets a little bit more weight back on. But for right now, 10 to 14 is fine, because she just laid, so she is going to be trying to replenish those reserves. So a little more often is okay. But I also vary meal size and vary meal type. So she might get a quail here, she might get a medium rat, she might once in a while get a large rat, she might get a chicken of some kind. Just different stuff. Once in a while I'll throw them a guinea pig. If I get smaller rabbits, these guys will eat those as well. Just nice variety, but the birds are a nice mix in to give them a meal that also is nice and lean, because the fact is, even when they look like their weight is maintained, and even when we are feeding them a correct regimented amount, some of the rodents are still higher in fat content than everything they would be eating naturally. Especially captive raised rodents, just like most other captive bred animals, aren't getting the same exercise that their wild counterparts are getting. So we have to take that into account when we're feeding these animals, that we're feeding them prey items that have a higher fat content than what they would normally be eating. And that fat ultimately gets stored around their organs and creates problems over time, which of course we don't want. But that's Lilith, so hope you guys enjoyed seeing her, and the fact that she is now officially a grandmother, as Callisto's eggs are hatching, not because of Callisto, but because of Atlas. Atlas is her son, and that was his first clutch that he sired that's hatching right now. So congratulations, Miss Lilith, a spry young 11-year-old grandmother. Very proud of you, doing a great job with your grandbabies by doing absolutely nothing. But yeah, very cool to see her, and very cool snake in general. Just a wonderful animal. Like I said, little Miss Independent sometimes. Come here. It's like, no, I'm gonna go over here. And that's just her nature, but like I said, you know, she's not mean at all or anything like that. She's just independent, so I can come over and do whatever, and she doesn't care. She just wants to do her own thing sometimes. But she doesn't have a mean bone in her body. She's a very sweet girl. And you can see she's not acting adversely to it. She's just gonna keep doing her thing like she wants to do. She doesn't even really pay attention to the fact that I'm doing anything. Doesn't change what she's doing. Nothing. You gonna put yourself away? What if I stop you? I'm gonna get you. Here, go ahead, put yourself away. You can get in there. Use those muscles. Use them. Push out right here. So, there she is in all her glory, Miss Lilith. Born in 2011, been here since she was just a little itty bitty baby and fit in my hand. And now she's 3 times a mom and first time a grandma.